Thank you for from your name and where you're joining from. You're going to have a fantastic day today. Today, we're going to be talking about how do you leverage on the biggest real estate market in the world, right? How do you leverage on the biggest real estate market in the world? And we have some fantastic speakers for you today, wonderful speakers, and they'll be telling you on how you can leverage the Dubai real estate markets. Everybody understands that right now, how real estate goes, there's no better real estate market to invest in than in Dubai. But why do people actually tell you to invest in Dubai? How do you leverage on Dubai real estate markets? Many people only know that you can buy properties, but as much as have the perception market, not necessarily to buy.
Vivian, is it from me or Farouk's network is bad?
Farouk's network is bad, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. Farouk, your network is bad. If you want to change it, please do so people can hear us very well. But let me do my session and then I leave it to you guys. I want to welcome everyone who is here for the Home Buyers Conference. We're streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Twitter. Okay, so for those of you who are watching us on those platforms, you can join us on Zoom as well if you want to. The URL on Zoom is www.gtexthome.com/conference. So if you want to join the Zoom call, for those of you who are watching us from other platforms we're streaming from, feel free to join us on Zoom. Once again, I want to thank all our speakers and everyone who put this together. My name is Stephen Akintayo. I'm the founder of GText Holdings. And why is it important to invest in Dubai? I'm just going to share a few points, and then I'll allow top professionals from MAG, from Azizi, from Damak, from we also have a company that gives mortgage for those of you who want to buy and you need mortgage. We have a company who will be speaking to that process. So that way you are able to have a comprehensive overview about the investment that you're making. We also have somebody from Shoba joining us for this particular training. So why should I invest in Dubai? Number one for me is no tax. So here in Dubai, there's no income tax, there's no property tax, there is no company tax. So and that is a huge leverage that you can take advantage of as an investor, right? As an investor, it's a major thing you want to take good advantage of. And I've said this a million times, that if you want to build wealth, particularly if you're sure, because let me give you an example. One of the things I've often said, why is a lot of people joining with as Hajia? Can people change their name? If maybe Hajia gave you a link, as you join, kindly change your name to your full name. So I've said this over time, that countries like the US, like the UK, where people pay huge tax. Now, those countries are structured that a lot of entrepreneurs don't have to use their money. That's the way those countries were structured. So you can start a business, and from the first day, in the US, if I remember when I opened my company in the US and I went to open a bank account, the first question I was asked was, how much do you need as a loan? How much will you be needing as a loan? I was shocked, like, I don't understand. Nobody has ever asked me that kind of question before. So the reason they take more in taxes is because they know that the structure of those countries so gives you free money to build your wealth, to build your business, right? So there are some of us who have built wealth in countries that didn't give us such leverage. And you now know that a country like Dubai is a place where such funds can be protected. Else, again, you will now be under heavy tax over money that wasn't, made through debt. So very important. So a lot of people are able to take advantage of the fact that you don't pay tax in Dubai, and they built wealth in real estate. Number two, the Dubai currency is fixed. So what does this mean? If I buy a property here in Dubai, and when I change the rental income, let's assume what I'm supposed to be earning every year is 50,000 dirhams as the rental income every year. Now that 50,000 dirhams amount to, when you change it, let's just do it. So Dubai currency is pegged against dollar at 3.6. So if I have 50,000 dirhams, I divide it by 3.6. That gives me about $13,888. Now, the advantage of Dubai here is that 5 years from now, my $888 is not going to change to $12,000 or $10,000. As we've seen in other countries, as a result of inflation, as a result of the fall in their currency against the dollar, we've seen a situation whereby you were expecting X amount of money in FX. At the end of the day, it's another amount. So in other words, I can confidently know, in fact, the UK, for example, the UK pound has fallen to the lowest in over 30 years. In other words, I used to remember when a pound was 2 point something to a dollar, right? Right now is about 1.66 or 1.9 or something to a dollar. So even the pound has fallen, but the Dubai currency remains the same against the dollar any day, anytime. So these are important things for you that you want to build wealth. It's key because you're asking yourself, where can I put my money that my money is safe, secure, protected, right? And I'm not just losing. Okay, and by the way, I will just do a very brief conversation. I can see a lot of us watching on Facebook. You're asking for the Zoom link. Again, the Zoom link, somebody is asking on Facebook, Rami Vadik Mande. The Zoom link, if you want to join us on Zoom, is www.gtexthomes/conference. Can the IT guys help me post the Zoom link on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, so that some of them want to join us on Zoom can do so. Feel free, by the way, to type your questions. If you have questions, you have inquiries, feel free to go ahead and ask. Number three, why should I invest in Dubai? Okay, what are the advantages of investing in Dubai? Number three is rental income. So majority of the people who come to Dubai are not necessarily Dubai citizens. Dubai citizens are just a little over 1 million. Yet the population of UAE is over 10 million. In other words, people keep coming in. It's a nation that has records of foreigners coming in, and they need a house to stay. They need where to live. And the country is so creative in how they have structured the country in such a way there will always be demand on real estate. And I'll give you an example. As 2020 just ended, okay, you will probably think that's the end. No. Guess what? FIFA World Cup is around the corner in November. Dubai is full again. Right? In fact, there will be more pressure on real estate in Dubai between from November rather till next year, because the entire FIFA World Cup is played in Qatar, yeah, but Qatar doesn't have enough hotel to take care of people. Qatar rules are too strict for a lot of other cultures to be able to fit in. So there will be over 50 flights from UAE, okay, into Qatar every day, taking people in and bringing people back after each match. So this gives you an opportunity, and this means most people coming for FIFA World Cup are just going to be staying in Dubai and then going for the match. And they've made the tickets as well very affordable. So these are advantages. I can go on, I can list about 10 more advantages. So what does this mean? It means that I want to quickly buy property right now. Okay, and guess what? You think, oh, how about after World Cup? Dubai will put another thing. It's the way the UAE government has done. They've always evolved one project or another thing that attracts the whole world to Dubai and gets everybody to come in. Lastly, is also the visa. Right now, if you buy any property as low as 750,000 dirhams, which in dollars, we're saying average of less than $300,000, you get a residency visa. Okay. In fact, if you buy at a level, you get what we call a golden visa. So there's so much opportunities, and I want to encourage you to enjoy today's conference with our amazing speakers, and I want to thank them for coming. And then on behalf of the entire management of GText Holdings, welcome to the Global Buyers Conference. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Queenette, if you are the one speaking, unmute yourself, or if it's Farouk, whoever is speaking.
Okay, good day, everyone. Before we start taking the questions, we would like to introduce ourselves. Dr. Stephen has just given a wonderful speech. For those of you who are here and for those who are just joining, this is a Global Property Buyers Conference, and we promise to give you not just the best, but the best of the best opportunities. So my name is Queenette. I'm the acting branch manager for GText Homes Dubai. And I'll have my colleague and other speakers introduce themselves before we begin fully. And then Farouk can take over from my end.
All right, everybody. My name is Richard, MD for GText and Associates.
My name is Amici Vivian. I'm the Group Executive Director Commercial for GText Holdings. Okay, Farouk. We can't hear you, Farouk. Is it from my end? Mr. Richard, can you hear Farouk?
Hey, Farouk, you're muted. Are you there, Farouk?
I think you've not connected your audio, Farouk. We can't hear you.
Okay, let's also have our guests introduce themselves. I know we have Mr. Adebayo Tosin. We have I believe their names should be changed. I'm seeing Ajara, I'm seeing Galaziten. So we have Mr. Adebayo Tosin, we have Mr. Emmanuel, Joseph Emmanuel here, and we have Mr. Joe also on this platform. So let's have them introduce themselves. And the company they represent, so that our audience can know them. We know you very well, but let the audience also get to know you. We start from Mr. Adebayo Tosin. Over to you, sir.
Good day, everyone. My name is Adebayo Tosin. I happen to be a relationship manager with Azizi Development. Thank you.
Okay. Over to you, sir. Mr. Joseph.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. And my name is Joseph. I represent Shoba Realty Dubai. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Anas, can you introduce yourself?
Hello guys, how are you? My name is Anas. I'm Senior Client Manager from Mag Developments. Nice to meet you all.
Prashi, can you introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Prashi. I work with Line Mortgage Consultants, and I'm here to solve all your mortgage queries. Thank you. Hello.
Yes, we heard you. We heard you, Prashi. So
Perfect.
thank you very much for that introduction.
Thanks.
We have Mr. Gaurav. I don't know if I pronounced your name very well. I'm so sorry. So if you're here, please, can you turn on your video and introduce yourself?
You pronounced it correctly. This is Gaurav Gambhir. I'm part of Lion Mortgage Consultants. So Prashi and I represent the company. Happy to answer any questions related to mortgages.
Okay. All right. But we can't see you actually. You know, our viewers would love to see who they are talking and dealing with. That gives them a sense of belonging and trust. Okay, so Farouk, you can take over now.
Sure, I'll put it on. Thanks.
Farouk, are you there? Okay, Ms. Arita, Farouk is not there.
All right, while we're waiting for Farouk, quick one. We can see everyone that is here from different part of Dubai in terms of developers, and we also have the mortgage firm here. I think I would like to start this question from the mortgage area, because a lot of people ask questions concerning mortgage, and they tend to understand, want to know what are the things available. So I'm going to start with Prashi.
Yeah,
Prashi.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, Prashi, what does it take for an individual or an investor that wants to buy property in Dubai? What are those requirements he needs to have before he can actually access mortgage in Dubai? Now, for example, if I don't live in Dubai, I'm not a resident of Dubai, but I want to invest in Dubai, what does it take? What is the process like?
All right. So most of the people surprisingly feel that the non-residents cannot avail mortgage in UAE. But it is very much possible for the non-resident clients to invest in Dubai and even get a mortgage in Dubai. So when it comes to documentation, very basic documentations are required. That involves, last 6-month bank statement with a minimum balance of 20,000 dirhams, your passport copy, and your utility bills. That's all. So that is what it takes to get a mortgage in Dubai.
Okay, if I got you clearly, I have to have a minimum balance of 20,000 dirhams before I can access mortgage.
Yeah.
Now, with that amount, is there a limit on the amount I can access? Maybe I want to access maybe 1 million dirham, 500,000 dirham. Is there a limit, or it's just that I must have a minimum balance of 20,000 before I can access? Without 20,000, I can access any amount. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, so for example, you're a non-resident and you want to invest in Dubai. So per month, the minimum balance that you should have in your home country account is 20,000 dirhams. Now it depends on your eligibility. So if you want to buy a property for say 1 million, then you're very much eligible with the 20,000 dirham per month in your account. But as and when the property value increases, your average should also increase per month. So it depends from property to property what you're buying. And non-residents get approximately 50 to 60%. We can stretch it up to 70 as well, but 50 to 70% of the property value, the finance. Yeah.
Still on that mortgage, I would like to just ask Mr. Gura Gambi. Sorry if I didn't get that correctly. For the mortgage, is there a specific number of years, or is it just open? Maybe I want to do 10 years minimum, or 5 years, 20 years. Is there a specific number? That's duration. Is there a specific duration I'm entitled to, or I'm allowed to, if I'm not a resident? Is there a specific duration in terms of how long I can access the funds and I can use the mortgage?
So there are two. So whether it's a resident or non-resident, that does not define on how much tenor you can get. But what maximum loan tenor one can get is defined by the age and is also defined by the whether it's a salaried employee or a self-employed. That means he's a business owner. So if he's a salaried, he can get up to the age of 65. Maturity, that means the loan has to get over by the age of 65. And if it is self-employed, then the loan has to get over by the age of 70. For UAE nationals, there's an exception, or the rule is it's a little more liberal, where whether it's a salaried or self-employed, they can get loans up to the age of 70 years, which basically means that the loan needs to mature by the time they reach an age of 70. And the same applies whether it's a resident or a non-resident.
Okay, thank you for that answer. I would like to pass it off. Farouk, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
All right. Yeah, I can hear you good.
Fantastic. I apologize for that. I had to reconnect. So thank you. Thank you so much. So my question goes to Mr. Joseph. Are you there, Mr. Joseph? So we have a lot of people who are interested in investing in Dubai as beginners, and they don't know so much about Dubai markets. So can you just briefly give us examples of ways that people can invest in Dubai real estate market? What are the different opportunities that are available on the market for new investors into real estate that are not necessarily residents in Dubai? So Joseph, are you here? Okay, I don't think Mr. Joseph. Okay, can we have Mr. Adebayo answer that, please?
I think Mr. Joseph was locked down.
I know you as Joe.
My name is
Mr. Joe. I'll get to you.
Some people call me Joseph as well. So
yeah.
You're addressing to me or to Joseph?
You know, last time we had you here, I called you Joe and I called the other person Joseph. So I apologize for that. But this, I'll direct this question to Mr. Tosin. I'll get back to you, Mr. Joe. So, Mr. Tosin, did you get my question?
Yes, please. Can you repeat the question?
Are you talking to me or Mr. Joe?
No, I'm talking to Mr. Tosin.
Tosin, okay.
Mr. Tosin, how are you today?
I'm very good. I'm very good. And you?
Yeah, fantastic. I said, as you
honestly,
like I said,
your line
we have
is
people
breaking.
who have not invested in Dubai real estate market. As an investor, if I want to, okay, are you with me now?
Yeah, just come again.
Okay.
I'm with you now.
Right. Someone that is looking for opportunities to invest in Dubai real estate markets, right? I have no idea about what Dubai market looks like. What are the different opportunities that are available for me to invest?
Yeah, actually, to invest in Dubai real estate is pretty easy, and the requirements are pretty simple and straightforward as well. So it depends on your choice. If you're looking to invest in residential units or commercial units, and also if you intend to use it as a mixed unit, maybe you would love to use it as an investment, or you would love to live in it. So these are some of the major things. Once this is clear, once we get these from the clients, so from there we're able to recommend the right investment to the clients. For example, if he's looking for an investment project, we could actually recommend stuff like off-plan projects, because it actually provides the clients the privilege of flexibility in payments, because the project is under construction, obviously, so it will take more time to make the payment. So that would buy the clients some time. And also the major advantage of investing in off-plan, apart from the fact that you get flexibility on payment, there is also possibility of capital appreciation when the property is finally ready at the year of completion. So these are one of the reasons. And if the client is looking for where to live and he doesn't want to wait that long, we could also offer him ready properties in very good locations. And all he needed is, once he's interested in the property, The payment plan is shared with him. He makes his payments, we get his passport and his local ID card. It could be a license card, a voter's card, whichever, and it is processed. And also there is a registration whereby the property is registered with the Dubai Land Department. So even if he wants to confirm the authenticity of his investment, he could just go to Dubai Land Department to check if his property is actually listed with the Dubai government. So that's where the DLD department comes from. So basically, that's how simple it is to invest in Dubai.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Farouk, before you continue, can I just ask one question?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so this question is for Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe, finally, some persons are asking on Facebook here, are foreigners permitted to have a property, 100% ownership of a property in Dubai? That's freehold property. This question is for Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe, you're muted. You're muted, but let me unmute you from my end here.
Okay, now I can hear you. Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, so someone is asking, are foreigners permitted to own a property, 100% ownership?
100%. First of all, my name is Joe. I represent Damak Properties, one of the largest private developers in Dubai. For sure, this is why Dubai is one of the most selling countries, and it's targeted by the investors because there are many freehold plots in Dubai. And regardless if the client is buying or the investor is buying a townhouse, a villa, or an apartment, if he's buying an apartment in a freehold area, a freehold zone, he can own it 100%, and he can give it to his sons and daughters or wife later. And if he's buying a townhouse or a villa in a freehold zone as well, he can own the plot and he can own the villa on this plot as well. So it's 100% freehold. He can own the plot and the land, and he can own the villa and the property as well.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Joe. Farouk, you can take it on.
I think I have a question, Finet.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can go on. Ask your question.
Mr. Tosin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, President.
Yes, can you hear me? So it should be my network.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I have a question for you, for Mr. Tosin. Tell me the benefits of the properties you have, the move-in properties you have. What are the benefits?
Okay, for the purpose of this briefing, I actually highlighted two kind of projects that we have. We have the high ticket project and we have the low ticket projects, so as to fit into different client class. So for the high ticket project that we have one in Palm Jumeirah, the world famous Palm Jumeirah, which is often regarded as the eighth wonder of the world. We have a ready to move in apartments there, but the selling point of these apartments is actually the price and the size. Normally, if you go through Beirut, which is a property listing site in Dubai, and you check the price point for one bedroom, it's always around 3 million to 3.3 million for one bedroom. However, we are at Azizi, we have our one bedroom originally, the price is around 3 million, but we're offering a discount offer at the moment, whereby you get an 11% discount. So you're buying a one bedroom in such an amazing location, an high class location for just 2.6 million after the discount. And on top of this, you can get a payment plan that would last you for 1 year. It's a ready to move in apartment, obviously. So we are offering a payment plan that would last you for 1 year. So what you do is you pay 10% every month up to the 10th month, up to the 7th month. When your payment is 70%, then we hand over the keys to you. And you can pay the balance of 30% within the remaining 5 months. And to talk on the investment side, because of the location, if you look at hotels like Atlantis, they are right on Palm Jumeirah. You look at hotels like Rixos, Alantara. If you go on booking.com and check how would I put it? How much they charge per night? It's always between 1,800 to 3,000 dirhams, depending on the seasons. So from the investment angle, if you're buying an apartment from us at such a price, you can still put it in the market for investment purpose. You could easily trade for around 1,000 dirhams per night. And that's a lot of money when you accumulate it. So this is one of the interesting reasons why you should consider such an apartment from us on the Palm Jumeirah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Madam Vivian, he answered your question, right? Okay. Okay, so Anas, the next question is for you, Mr. Anas, my friend.
Most
Okay,
welcome.
so
Thank
tell
you,
us
my
more
friend.
about commercial. You're welcome. So
About?
tell us more about commercial real estate. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us more about commercial real estate?
For the commercial in Dubai, as you know, Dubai depending too much on the tourism, and most of the people who coming to Dubai, they like to go to shopping, to restaurants, to buying things from Dubai, to socializing in the city. That's why the commercial buildings and the commercial, let's say, stores, it have very good capital appreciation because there is too much demand from the people who like to buy the stores and the shops, especially in the malls or in the areas which is at the center of the city, because there is too much demand in that areas. Actually, we are as a MAG, we don't have too much commercial buildings and commercial shops, let's say. We're working mostly 90% on the residential and luxury residential buildings also, and we providing luxury apartments and villas and townhouses. We are not involved too much in the commercial. That's why I can tell you more about our new project, which is in two different areas, which is the hot areas in Dubai.
Okay, so if you were to advise a client, let's say a client from GText Homes, which would you advise the client to go for in Dubai that would maybe yield a high return of investment? Would it be residential or commercial? What are your reasons?
First of all, we're not speaking to tell the client that this one is better or that one is better. First of all, we need to know what the client needs, and do he want something just to rent it out, or he have a business to open it? If you have a business to open it, he can buy commercial for sure. If you want to go just for rental income and capital appreciation, he can go to the residence and the apartments and the villas. And in this case, also, we need to ask the client, he want to use the apartment in some of the times during the year, or he want to just rent it out, or he want to use it by himself in the future to have also more capital appreciation. If the client want to buy apartment to rent it daily in the daily basis and use it in some of the times during the year, it's better to go to the hotel apartments or the serviced apartment. If the client wants to go for the long-term rental, he wants to rent his apartment for a long term, it's better to go for the residential. If the client, he wants to use it for himself and to wait for the capital appreciation in the future, it's more better to go to the townhouses and the normal apartments, the residential apartments, and also he needs to go to something not exactly in the center of the city. He wants to go to the new areas in Dubai, because usually the new areas in Dubai, it have more capital appreciation in the future, because the new areas in Dubai, the cost of the construction, the cost of the land, it will be less than the areas at the center. That means the developer can sell it with less price. But when it will be ready and it will be have more facilities and more infrastructure, for sure the price is going higher and higher.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Nas. Okay, Farouk, you can go on.
So from what you're saying, basically, you're telling me that if I want to have an apartment for long term, for example, I should go for residential. If I'm looking for something for capital appreciation, I should go for townhouses in Dubai, especially the ones that are far, that are not in the center of the city, especially the ones that are good for off-plan sales, so that you can have maximum capital appreciation. But if you're looking for how to make your money quickly, because the way tourists are coming into Dubai, I go for commercial properties. Is that what you're saying?
If you want to open your business, let's say if you have a restaurant in your country and you want to open a restaurant here, or you want to have good money from the commercial, it's better to buy, let's say, a space for a restaurant and use it for your business in the future. If you want to change it, it's very good to sell it with capital appreciation and you're already running your business. This is my comment on the commercial, how you're doing money from the commercial. It's more better to buy a commercial and do your business, and in the future you can sell it again. Because if you make, let's say, if you buy it as a property, you have a capital appreciation. And if you use it, let's say, as a restaurant and you make a brand name, in this case, you have two profit: the profit from the capital appreciation of the property, and also you can sell the restaurant in the future as a restaurant. This is just an example. It's not related about restaurant or another kind of business, but you can make very good capital appreciation in the future from the commercial. As I told you previously, we are, as a MAG now, we're selling branded residential buildings, not commercial actually. We're selling the Ritz-Carlton. We have cooperating with Ritz-Carlton and we're selling the Ritz-Carlton. Actually, Ritz-Carlton, it's something luxury, and it's a residential, 5-star residential, but it prepared to be like a 5-star resort. That means the people can get it and use it by themselves. And in the future, it will have very good capital appreciation. And this example, it depends on the history of the branded apartments in Dubai. The branded apartments in Dubai, it's one from the most apartments which have a capital appreciation, especially when it's off plan. Previously, from 3 years, when some of the projects in Dubai, in Palm Jumeirah or in the Business Bay and downtown, it launched with the price approximately 4,000 to 4,500 dirhams per square foot. And today, the branded apartments, it's approximately 8,000 to 11,000 dirham per square foot. And we're launching this project, Ritz-Carlton, in prime location. It's on Al Jaddaf Walk, near from the downtown, and also near from Dubai Greek Harbor, opposite of the Flamingo area. And the price per square footage is between 3,500 to 4,500 per square feet. And we're expecting during 3 years, within 3 years, it will be a minimum 8,000 per square feet. And this is, if you want me to advise the VIP people who like to own branded apartments, it's better to go for something like this, because you have capital appreciation almost double between the launch and when it will be ready.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I think most of us have gotten value from this. My next question is basically to our mortgage consultants. Do we have Prashi here from Lion Mortgage? Are you here? Or yeah, you're here. Fantastic.
Hi. Yeah.
Companies here. I presume you are an independent mortgage consultant for representing Lion. I believe you're a company that's helped people to get mortgage. So basically, most of real estate companies have their own mortgage plan. So for example, many of us, them give us close to 3 years, 5 years, 7 years payment plan, depending on the real estate company that we want to go for. So as a mortgage consultant, right, how do you help people that want an extended payment plan? What do you do for them? Why should we go for you? Why don't we go to normal real estate payment plan? What is the difference? What are the advantages, right? People want to have longer payment plans, for example, 10 years, 15 years. What do you offer? What are the pros? What are the cons? Can you tell us more about what you can offer new real estate buyers? Also, many of them are not actually residents of Dubai. Many of them really want to buy property without extra pressure to pay huge amount, because I real estate market is profitable as possible. So by the time they are paying for their mortgage, the property must have gotten quickly filled and going to a different payment plan. So what can you offer? Yeah. Can you hear me, Pressure? I think you can go.
Hi, Farooq. So the thing is that your voice is breaking a lot. But for what I heard and what I could figure out, you're asking how the mortgage process works in terms of the developer payment, in terms of the secondary market or the primary market. So I'll give you an answer one by one. So usually real estate in UAE works with developers as well as the sellers. So when they work with the sellers, it's basically comes under the secondary market, wherein a buyer is involved and a seller is involved. So there is no payment plan involved in that. They have to go for a mortgage when they're buying a property. Now, when it comes to the developer, after the property is being completed, the developers offer a BCC certificate, that is the building completion certificate, or an SPA, that is a sales and purchase agreement. So when the sales and purchase agreement is issued, a particular amount of money, for example, my property is worth 1 million. So a particular amount of money the buyer has to pay, per se 20%. So when the buyer pays 20% of that, the remaining 80% can be financed by the bank, but only and only when the property is being completed. Now, when it comes to the off-plan property, wherein the clients go for the payment plan, banks don't finance that. Off-plan properties, bank don't finance. There is only one developer, EMAR, in which bank finance 50% of the project. But when it comes to off-plan, banks are not into mortgages. Banks only finance properties which are ready or primary or in the secondary market.
Farooq, I have a question.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. Ask Vivian.
All right. I'm asking, my question is to MAG. I'm sorry. That's your name, right?
Anas, Mr. Anas, that's his name.
Hi,
Okay,
welcome, Vivian.
Hi. So my question is,
Yeah.
can I sell an off-plan property when it's not totally complete?
Sorry, you can sell an off-plan property?
Yes, I'm asking, can I sell to a client an
Yes.
off-plan property when it's not totally complete?
When it's not what?
Okay. Totally complete.
Yeah.
When you guys are not done building.
Yes, sure.
How do I go about that?
You can start selling off-plan properties from the day that it will be registered in Dubai Land Department. Each developer, when they're preparing the plans for the project, they directly go to Dubai Land Department and they register this property in Dubai Land Department. After that, you can start selling. And this is a very good thing. I want to mention it because you asked me about the off-plan. The client will be very satisfied and very safety because Dubai Land Department, they managing the escrow account. The escrow account is bank account that's created by each project name, which is the off-plan project. And the client, when he starts to pay the money for the developer, he paid in the escrow account. That means the government, they managing this account, and as the developer finish part of the project or he going to the next stage, the government give them money. And when the next stage is done, and they give them again money. And this will be totally managed by Dubai Land Department. That means the client, when he buy off-plan project, yes, he buy it from the developer, but he paying the money for the account which managed by the government. It makes him more safety. Yeah, this is I hope this was your question and you get the answer. You can sell the off-plan project for any client. Yes, you can sell it for any client.
Yes, you answered the question.
Okay.
Richard.
All right, I want to ask this question. Okay, I'm going to ask this question, and I'm going to direct it to is Mr. Joe here? Yeah, Mr. Joe, this question is for you, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Mr. Joe. Okay, Mr. Joe. I want to ask this question. I have one or two. I'm going to ask you two in one questions. There are two questions. I'll make it very short. The first one is this. Now, looking as a foreigner, what's the difference between a freehold and a leasehold? That's one. A freehold and a leasehold. Because there are different type of property you have in Dubai. What's the difference between a freehold and a leasehold? And that's one. And secondly, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Yes, I'm hearing
and
you.
Secondly, how long would it take if, for example, the properties you have right now, some of the properties you have in your location, how long will it take if the client says, okay, this particular property, thank you very much. In between when I have a property, I think Vivian asked that question, but I'm going to rephrase it. In between I have a property or I bought into your property, can I swap properties? Like, I want to swap now. I bought property from this estate or from you, and I would like to swap it. That's okay. I don't want this particular property again. Is there any way I can swap my property, or maybe I had money to get on that property instead of without paying for a new property? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The question is, the first one is different between freehold and leasehold. Then the second question, for example, a client buys a particular property from one of your estates, and he looks at another estate that you have and says, okay, I would like to swap. Is there a way where I can maybe swap or add more money to get another property without paying for the property afresh? That's the question.
Great. First of all, the difference between freehold and leasehold is very big. It's a very wide difference. First of all, when it comes to the leasehold, if anyone wants to buy a leasehold, it's as the name is mentioned, it's a lease, a long-term lease. So you pay the price of the property, but you can't own it. You can't own this property. You buy it due to every country's policies and rules. For example, in UK or in other countries, the leasehold is for 99 years. You own this property, you can live in it, okay? You can do whatever you want in this property for sure. You cannot destroy the property, or you cannot change the model of the property, but you own it for 99 years. If the client is dead, after the client's death, this property cannot move to another son or another sister or a wife. So the lease is ending. But when it comes to the freehold, okay, freehold, you own the plot and you own the property. It's yours. You can give it to anyone of your family. You can sell it to anyone else without taking permission from anyone. You own the plot, you own the property, and you can give it to anyone you want. And you can do whatever you want in this property. This is the main difference between leasehold and freehold. Is it okay? Is it clear?
It's very correct. I can hear you. Go on. The second question.
Second question. If anyone has bought from Damak any property, okay, he can swap the property, but depending on at which phase he is now. It means if he completed all the payments of the property, okay, and he has the title deed, we cannot do the swapping. He should sell it, then buy another one from us if he wants. But if he's buying off plan and he's still on a payment plan, for sure it's possible to swap if he likes another property. You see, but in both cases he can make money because Damak always provides her client properties at a low premium. Good investment choice. So if he wants to sell and swap, he will make money as return on equity from the first property and sell it, then buy another property from Damak at a low premium and make again money with this property. So it's doable.
All right, thank you very much for that question. Vivian, you have a question?
I have
Yes,
a question.
I have a question.
Okay, Madam, you can ask yours. You can ask yours first.
I have a question for Mr. Debayo. Am I correct, Tosin? You know, in Nigerian property is different from Dubai property, and the documents we give in Nigeria differs from what they give outside Nigeria. So this is my question. I have a client, I'm bringing it down home. I'm acting as a customer, and I'm asking, maybe I'm a representative of GText Home, and I have a customer that wants to get to buy property. And the person is asking me, what is it for me? What are the documentation entitled? What am I supposed to do to get these? Because here in Nigeria, we have off-land sales and we have outright sales as well. We have installments and we have outright too. Have where you put in your money and we'll build a house for you while you put in your money. We have a place where you can pay outrightly. You go ahead and build your house. We have a place where we pay installmentally. As you're paying, we're updating your house. So I just want you to help me break it down. Like I said, I'm acting like a customer. What is in for me? What are the documents I'm supposed to get? Am I if I'm to pay installments, yeah? Am I to get any documents while paying my installments? Or are you going to wait after payment, you give me my documents? And I even want to know what are the documents you are giving out.
Okay.
Did you get my question?
I got a question, Ms. Vivian.
All right.
So you want to know which documents are required as a Nigerian to buy property in Dubai, right? That's the main question, and how the off-plan thing works and how the ready to move in works. So basically, like I mentioned earlier, the documents required to buy properties in Dubai are pretty simple and they're very straightforward. As a non-national of Dubai, you could easily get a property, and the document you need that is required of you is just a passport, your passport copy, and a local ID card or whatever you could use to show you're from this country. It could be a driver's license or whatever. And for example, if you're buying into an off-plan project, for example, a developer, you're buying from a developer an off-plan project, the project has, how would I put it, a duration of where it's going to be completed, of when it is going to be completed. So if you're buying into the property, there's a requirement, which is a down payment. Normally in Dubai, the down payment is always 10% plus 4% DLT and an admin fee. For different developers, the admin fee could vary. Like for my company in Azizi Development, our admin fee is around 5,000 dirhams, which is an equivalent of 1,400 USD. So the down payment of the net of the property, let's say the property is 1 million dirhams. 10% of 1 million dirhams will be 100,000 dirhams, right? So if it pays that, along with the 4% of 1 million dirhams, which should be around 40,000 dirhams, plus the OCUD fees, we get to generate what we call SPA. It's called a sales and purchase agreement. This is what binds the developer and the client. You understand? This is what mentions that you are buying an off-plan project from my company, from Azizi. And after that, we proceed to register this unit with DLD department, which is called Dubai Land Department. This is a body that regulates property development in Dubai. You understand? They register your client as well as a property owner in Dubai. So on completion of the project, when the property is ready, and after your client has fully paid his money, let's say after 3 years, and he has a 3-payment plan, it could be splitted in different forms. Maybe every 3 months, he gets to pay 10% or 20%. Different developers have different tactics or different concepts. However, for Azizi, our payment plan is pretty straightforward. Most of it is 30-70, which means 30% will be paid during the construction phase of the project. And on handing over of the project, when the project is ready, you get to pay 70%. After your 70%, we proceed to get to the title deed, which is one of the documents that you get as a legit property owner in Dubai. So I will just do a recap of everything I've said. To buy a property in Dubai as a foreigner, as a Nigerian, all you need is your passport copy and a local identity card. It could be your driver's license, national ID card, voter's card, name, NIN. And the document you get if you buy into an off-plan project is an SPA when you pay the down payment. You get, and the document you get after the project is completed and you've fully paid, you get the title deed, which is issued by Dubai Land Departments as well. I believe I've answered the question. However, if it's not very clear, you can just bring me back to it.
It's fine. I can understand the title deed because here in Nigeria, we do give deed of assignment as well. So title deed can come as when I'm done paying, let's just assume that I'm paying outrightly. And there's no need for the going to these, you're going to the Dubai Land Registry to get my title deed. Yeah?
Yeah, like I told you, yeah, I got your point. In Dubai, it's two things. If you're buying off plan, even if you pay 100%, it's not ready project. It doesn't have a completion certificate yet. So title deeds cannot be issued. So you're 100%, because there are some clients who pay in advance. Even it's an off plan, they say, okay, I love these units. I know there's a payment plan, but I don't need your payment plan. I want to give you 100%. We take it. But all you get is still the SPA. It's a sales and purchase. It's a contract that highlights a lot of things. It highlights the specification of the unit you're buying. It highlights the location. It highlights different things. So this is what binds you, and this is like a proof that you could tender anywhere in Dubai, in whichever court that you bought the property from this developer. You understand? But until the property is completed and the property is ready, until then we could actually proceed to issue the title deed, which is done by Dubai Land Department. So it's just very, very simple. I believe you got my points now.
Yeah, I did. Mark, are you there?
Okay. Still, just like what Vivian has asked, I think is Mr. Joseph here? Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph. Okay, let me ask this from mortgage. Prash, sorry about that. Prash, can you hear me, Prash?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, do I need to finish paying a particular mortgage before I can take on another mortgage? Can I, for example, I want to take mortgage for like three or four properties, or maybe different type of properties. It might not be the same thing, it might be different amount or different type, maybe commercial, residential, or mixed. Is it possible to go into 3 or 2, 4 mortgage at the same time, or do I need to? Is there anything like that? Is there any service or any package like that you have?
Of course. So when a person invests in Dubai for the purpose of investments, they usually buys 2 or 3 properties together. So they get mortgage on each of the properties separately. So of course it can be done. But the catch here is on the first property, the client will get 80% of the property value, but on the second, third, fourth, whatever property he's going to buy after the first property, the mortgage is going to be capped at 60%. So first property, it's going to be 80, the rest of the property, it's going to be 60. Yeah.
If I get you very well, you're saying the first property I should have paid up to 60% before I can go for the second property. Am I correct?
No. So for example, you're buying 2 properties simultaneously. So in one property, you can get 80% of the finance from the bank, but on the second property, you can only get 60% of the finance from the bank.
Oh, I can get 80% for the first property, then 60% for the second property. That's
correct.
Are we correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good then. That means it makes the body easy. Okay, I'm going to ask this question to Mr. Mr. Joe.
Yeah.
Mr. Joe, are you there?
This is a hearing.
Okay. Now looking at the way Dubai is designed, what kind of investment portfolio do you think I can build in that in the next 1 to 3 years I'm able to rake in nothing less than 100 to 200% from my investment? Or let me rephrase the question. Is there a specific amount in terms of ROI? Where can I invest for a client that says, okay, I want high return on my investment? Is there a specific location you can recommend, or you can, from the property you sell, you can say, okay, if you are investing in this axis, that's when I'm talking about the cap ratio calculation, calculating the cap ratio of the property. Is there a specific location you can tell a client and say, okay, these locations can give you good returns?
Yes. Actually, the first rule when you want to invest that investors follow, they buy at a low premium. If you want to make capital appreciation, you cannot buy a property at a very high premium and make capital appreciation with time. So you should always invest at a low premium in a very good concept, unique concept from a huge developer, credible developer, and here you can make money. So this is why when our investors want to invest and make capital appreciation like 100% approximately, we pitch to them our projects on Hessa Street, which is Lagoons, the biggest water community in Dubai and in the Middle East. This project is selling like crazy because we are selling at the lowest premium in the market, like townhouses starting 750 AED per square foot on Hessa Street, which you cannot find with any other developer or with any other contractor. It means the townhouse 4 bedrooms is approximately in the market for 3.2 to 3.4 million around our location. We are selling the 4 bedrooms townhouse starting 1.7 million AED per for 2,400 square foot. The 5 bedrooms starts by 2.5 million, and the villa, standalone villa, starts by 4.9 million. This is where investors can make a lot of money within 3 years. Why? Because the area here is a developed area. When it will be saturated after 3 or 5 years, the price will double, and it's guaranteed. So always, when any investor wants to make capital appreciation, they make capital appreciation in the developed areas, and they buy properties there at the lowest premium in the market and good and unique concept. And in our project Lagoons, we have the unique concept, we have the high-end finishing, the quality, and we have the lowest premium in the market.
Okay. Are you there?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, if I'm getting you very well, based on what you have just said, premium areas give higher returns than some other areas. So when you say higher returns, what are the calculations? Is it possible, based on some locations, examples, using the Nigerian market, you can get between 100% to 200% or even 300% return
100%.
in 1 to 3 years of investing?
It's always depending on what's the price, how you bought this property, at what premium you bought this property. If you bought a property, okay, today at a low premium, at half of the market price, for sure you're gonna make your money double within 3 years. But if you're buying a property at the highest premium, okay, at the highest market price, you cannot make capital appreciation. This is why Damak has more than 30% of the market share of selling real estate in 2022, because we have properties at the lowest premium. On Sheikh Zayed, we have Safa 1 and 2. On Hessa Street, Dubai Land, we have lagoons. We have in Akoya, Damak Hills 2. We have a lot of launchings and the projects selling at the lowest premium in the market with very good high-end finishing and at the same time with guaranteed return on investment and guaranteed capital of appreciation. It's always depending on what is the premium you bought, on how much premium you bought. If you're buying at low premium, you make money. If you're buying at a high premium and regular location, you will not make money for sure.
All right, thank you very much. That's awesome. I just got that clearly. Low premium, low premium. It depends on the location you're buying. High premium depends on the location you're buying. So
Exactly.
again, any other questions, colleagues?
Sorry.
Okay, we have some questions online on Facebook, so I don't know if we can take most of those questions.
You can take it next.
Okay. So someone is asking, is there Sharia compliant mortgage in Dubai? I live in Qatar. So that should be for Prashi.
Can you please repeat the question?
Prashi, are you here?
Yeah, I'm
okay,
there.
Okay. So someone is asking, the person is saying, is there Sharia compliant mortgage? That's compliant. I don't know what that means, but I guess you understand the Sharia there. Is there any of such in Dubai?
Yeah. So basically, there are two things. One is the normal conventional mortgage, and the other one is the Islamic mortgage. So I guess that your person is asking about that. So basically, when in the terms of a mortgage, the word interest is changed from the word rent. So usually when you go for the conventional mortgage, in the bank's formats and everything, there is a word interest that is being charged. But when the mortgage is converted into Islamic mortgage, then the word interest is changed into rent. The rest of the process remains the same. Because the word interest in haram in their culture, that's why they change it to the word rent. That's the only reason.
Oh, okay. I think I understand that. So there's convention mortgage and there's Islamic mortgage. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
All right.
In conventional,
then.
interest is there, and in Islamic mortgage, the word rent is there. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. And then the second question is, I think this question is for Mr. Tosin. We've been making mention of 2 million, 1 million dirhams, but we are not adding dirhams to it. We just say 1 million, 2 million. So I guess someone is asking Mr. Tosin, is it 2.6 million naira or dirhams? So I believe the answer to that question is the 2.6 million is dirhams. And if you want to get the dollar equivalent for it, you can just divide it by 3.65 or 3.66. So that's for the person asking. Mr. Tosin, am I correct?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're correct.
Okay. All right then. So for all the millions, for our viewers there, if you're hearing millions and millions and millions, it's not 1 million naira, it's not 2 million naira, it's in dirhams. Okay, so Farouk, you can proceed now.
Yes, thank you so much, Quinette. Fantastic program so far. I just have one more question regarding transfer of ownership, right? So Mr. Tosin spoke about you going to register DLD and so on and so forth. So for example, if I'm going to sell my own property to someone, right? It's a 2-in-1 question. What happens when I want to sell my own property? Does the person have to go through the whole registration process? That's one. Number 2, what happens whereby I actually will my property as well? So for example, I have a property and perhaps by the time I'm late, I will my property to my first child, to my second child, to my third child. What are the legal processes regarding that? Does it also affect the DLD? What are the processes that basically happens when you want to transfer ownership from one person to the other?
Hi, Mr. Farouk. So if I could get your question correctly, you mean when the project is still under construction, right, under off plan, and you want to transfer it to someone else, maybe someone else wants to buy it from you. Is that a question?
It could be off plan. Maybe if you have a different process of off plan or ready.
Okay,
already.
good. Yeah. So I would answer for both off plan and ready to move in apartment. So for the off plan project, if for example you want to transfer it to someone else, or maybe you want to sell it to a new buyer, the process is also pretty simple. You just have to come back to our company, which is as easy. There is a charges that we offer, but before you could come back, if it is an off plan, you must have made your payments up to 30% of the property value plus the 4% service DLD. So if the 30% payment is there, you could actually swap the properties to someone's name or transfer ownership. So we will issue you an NOC, no objection certificate. Though it is chargeable, it's a very minor charge, around 6,000 dirhams. So this no objection certificate is what you would take along with the new or the intending owner, the intending maybe buyer or new owner. This is what you would take to DOD department, where they will swap the ownership of the property. They will register that same property in the new buyer's name. So in DOD system, the current owner's name is being removed and replaced by the new owner's name. You understand? And once this is done, there's a document you also take from DOD that you bring back to Azizi, and we issue a new SPA in the new owner's name. So it's a very pretty simple procedure. A lot of investors do this, whereby they buy property on the off plan, and after 30% payment, they resell it when they realize maybe the property has grown a little bit in value. You understand? So they resell it. Why for ready to move in property? It's also same process, but at this stage you already paid 100%. You have the title deed. So basically, if you have a buyer or you want to change it to the name of maybe your son or something, all you have to do is just go back to the DLD, Dubai Land Department. This is where the magic happens. This is where the whole process takes place. They get the title deed from you and they register the new owner's name, and your name is being replaced by the new owner's name. So it's a very simple process. I believe I answered your question, or if not, just let me know.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. You answered my question. I have just one final question. So basically, there are a lot of benefits of investing in Dubai market, and I heard some of it is also resident visa or citizenship. So can you give a clarity on that? What is the minimum investment you have to do to actually get a resident visa? Is there a citizenship as well, maybe by investing in Dubai market? How can people migrate or live in Dubai by owning properties?
Okay, good. So for the residency visa, so in Dubai, there is a policy called residency visa for property investors. Initially, when these policy kicked off some years back, it's just the minimum investment then was around 10 million dirhams. So over the years, the policy kept changing. It went to 5 million and 2 million, and now even with 750,000 dirhams, which is an equivalent of around $205,000, you could get a 3 years investor's visa in Dubai, whereby you buy your property and you take the document for the property to the immigration department, and they offer you a 3 years investor visa. However, this visa expires every 3 years, but it's renewable as long as the property is still in your name. So as long as you've not sold off the property, you can always renew it. And this actually opens areas of opportunities to you as an investor. You could, because of this visa, investor visa, you could open a bank account in Dubai officially. You could open trade licenses and companies in Dubai as well. And you can also put your first blood relatives on this visa, on this investor visa. And we have another kind of visa called the golden visa. So with a 2 million dirham investment, you could also qualify or be eligible for a golden visa, which lasts for between 5 to 10 years. And everything applies. You could open a bank account, open your company, and this allows you to move in and out of Dubai as you like. You understand? You can put your family as well on this visa. And for every 5 years or 10 years it expires, you also renew it as long as the property is still under your name. So basically, that's how the investor visa works.
Okay, thank you. So yes, so the minimum investment you have to do is about $205,000. However, what if you're not paying it at once? So if you're on a payment plan, so far you have invested in $205,000 worth of property, you get this visa, or you have to finish paying.
For the last time I tried to do this, for the 750,000 dirham investment, you have to pay 100%, according to the information I got the last time. However, for 2 million dirhams, which is for the golden visa, as long as you've deposited or paid 25%, these also I can still find out more on this, but based on the last information I have, if you've paid 20% plus the 4% DOD, you can actually begin the process of ownership, of getting this visa. So that's the information on that. I did try to get I had a client who invested around 800K and we tried it, but we were told it has to be 100%. Then, but I heard for the 2 million, if you've paid 20% plus the DOD, the process can begin. I believe I'm very clear on that.
Yes, fantastic. You're clear on that. Queenette, Vivian, Mr. Richard, do you have any further questions? Or you have any questions from the audience or social media?
Okay, no, I don't have any question. I just wanted to let them know about how Nigerian property to work. Queenette, can I go ahead? Do you have a question? Yes. I can pause and allow you to talk.
Okay, no, you can go ahead and then I'll just...
Okay, for Nigerian property, is quite different from what Mr. Tosin shared. In here, we have land and we have outright, off land. We have where you can make your installments outright. We have land based on commercial, residential, and if you can do it for land banking as well. So the process here is that you probably go online, make your research, or even if you don't have anyone, maybe one or two might have informed you about this estate or that estate. Let me use GText Home, for example, or you want to Google about GText Homes, it's there on the website, and maybe you are talking to someone like me, and hey, Vivian, how can I do this? How can I do that? Normal explanation. This is what you need to do. Well, first of all, know your interest. What do you want? Let's say you want Sapphire Estate, Sapphire Water City. Okay, I have to make my due diligence of explaining what Sapphire Water City is and where the location, the landmarks and everything. And you go ahead and ask me, okay, what are the payment platforms? You have the one for, if you are going to pay for an installment, you are going to give me 10 million naira. Then initial deposit of 5 million naira will be done. Then on the other 5 million naira, you would tell me when you want to spread it. Although on the banner, there is what we call 3 to 6 months installment payments. That's the model for installments. And yeah, the clients can go ahead and make the initial deposit. While on the form, you have where you put in your names and the reason for the investment is for land banking, commercial, or residential. Then down towards that, we have developmental fee, which the client will pay. We have documentation fee as well. So I previously asked the question, but someone was asking, one of my team was asking about the commission. So commission comes in Nigeria, commission comes in this way, probably when your client, let's say for an installment, when your client is making payments for, like I said, I will use Sapphire Water City, for example, 10 million naira for installment, the client is done paying 10 million naira. And in Nigeria, that is what we call 10% commission. We are going to give the client, the marketer, the commission, 10% commission. And it comes in, depending on when the customer pays, or at the end of the month, paying at the 25th of every month. So on your own end, I know you are in Dubai. What works in Nigeria might be different from what works in Dubai. When is the specific date you guys pay commission? And what percentage do you pay as commission? I know Dubai, what we do in GText Homes Dubai. I just wanted to hear from you, Mr.
Sorry, Vivian. For the commission part, they are not going to say that on Yeah, we already have that package. It's on the G&A package.
Aside that, it's GText Homes Dubai. It is GText Homes Dubai that handles that. So it is not they, the developers. That is for the area of commission and payment. So GText Homes Dubai, we handle that. So we're the ones who bring a package for payment and others. Yes.
Okay, no problem. Don't have any other questions. That's what finished. Now go ahead.
Okay. So before we end this program, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Madam Vivian. Thank you to all the speakers. Thank you, Mr. Tosin. Thank you, Mr. Richard. Thank you, Mr. Anas. Thank you, Prashi. Thank you, everyone. I might not be go off for today. I'd like to also inform our viewers that here at GText Homes Dubai, we do a whole lot. Aside from being a brokerage company, we have other options and other offers for clients. So some of the activities that we provide here in Dubai is facility management. That means if you are a client and you decide to buy a property from us through GText Homes Dubai, we provide facility management. So a lot of people might be wondering, I'm here in Nigeria or I'm here in the UK or US. If I get a property, how do I get my rental income? How do I get a capital appreciation? How do I sell off that property? What do I do with it? How can I make back my money? Yes, you might be wondering. That is what we do here in GText Homes Dubai. And also we have the business registration. For some of you who would like to migrate to Dubai, aside having good and affordable properties for you that you can use as a startup, we can also process that for you. You want to have a business here in Dubai, you need the licensing, we are here for you. So if you want to key into today's offer, we have quite a lot. For those of you, okay, for GText Homes Dubai, either we're dealing with dirhams or we're dealing with dollars. I'm just saying for some of our Nigerian clients. So if you have a budget from $150,000 and upward, we have good deals for you. And these deals will be ending from this week and next week. We have wonderful properties that can suit that budget. That's why we got most of these reputable developers to come speak to you, tell you what they have, tell you how you can benefit if you buy from them, answer the questions for mortgage. For those of you who would like, okay, I want to buy, I don't have all the amount of money, I would like to go through mortgage, spread my payments for 10 years, 20 years. That's why we got our mortgage, our partner, who's a mortgage company that can help you with that. And we got a lot of options for you. So if you're thinking of, oh, can I buy from this developer? Can I get this option? We have it all covered. So that's basically what we had to do here for you today. We have ready to move in properties. For those of you who want to buy now and start making your rental value or rental income. For those of you who want to spread payments, because most people prefer the off-plan projects. Why? They can buy at affordable rates and they can spread their payments. We have offers. So just like I said, if you would like to get that offer for today from people with a budget from $150,000 and above, you can reach out to the number I will be typing on the Q&A. I'll put it on the Q&A and I'll also put it on the chat button. And then I would also call it out for people who would be reaching out for the inquiries. For Dubai number, you know, we start with 971. So plus 971 58 521 0922. I'm going to call it again. Plus 971 58 521 0922, and I'll type it on the comment section. So for people with that budget, reach out now. We have this offer going from now till the end of next week. So if you want to have that offer, reach out for it and come for it. And then once again, we'll be having a dinner, an investors dinner with Dr. Stephen Akintaye, for those of you who are here in Dubai. So if you really like to learn and get a lot from that, so hit up also to that number. So Mr. Richard, Mr. Farouk, I don't know if you have any.
All right, guys, thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming on board today. Mr. Debayo, Mr. Joe, Prashi, everybody that showed up today. It has been a massive, awesome. The truth is that you can't see all the audience, but we have a lot of new people that have just joined our platforms, and they are so excited to come on board. And trust me, you're going to be you soon notice that yes, you just got the right partners, because GText Homes, we take over wherever we go to. We take over. We don't come last. We come first, and you see the reason why doing business with us is very important. And for everyone that is joining us for the commission package, just like Dubai said, just like QueenX said, for commission package, because there are different brokers, there are different developers, the commission package will be shared more with you at the G&A level or at the branches where you have. So we get the information very soon from every of our packages are available. Thank you for coming up. So I'd like to hand over to QueenX. Any final words? Vivian, any round-off message for them?
Thank you all for joining us. We're grateful.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. So once again, don't forget, if you have a good budget, you want to get a property now the best time for you to buy is now. This is the period where people are flooding into Dubai. People are asking for properties for rent. I want to be in Dubai. I want to stay for 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 month, 5 months, and all. People want to move to Dubai. Dubai is beautiful. Dubai is wonderful. This is your best time for you to reach out now. So don't forget to reach out to that number. I just posted it on the Q&A. Plus 971 58 521 0922. I'm going to call it again. Plus 971 58 521 0922. There's someone raising up his or her hands. Chinedu, can you type your question if you have a question? I'm so sorry we did not even ask more on that. Does anyone have a question? Just quickly, so we can just take that and then we leave. I think we've done quite a lot today and we've answered a lot too. So if you want to ask a question, you can just do that on the Q&A box or something. So can we do that quickly? Just 1 minute.
I think I just brought Chinedu up to ask a question. I just put her up right now because I think the chat is disabled. But for those that still want to ask questions, now for summary, for what we've done so far, Dubai, this is the best time to invest in Dubai. If you don't know what MD said, MD mentioned about the World Cup. Now, let me just give you a rundown analysis of the World Cup. Dubai, Qatar has 43,000 hotels. Qatar has 43,000 hotels. Why? Dubai has over 330 hotels. And now, what does this mean? This means that everyone that is coming down for the World Cup cannot stay in Dubai because in Qatar, because Qatar cannot take every one of them. So this means a lot of people will come down to Dubai to stay in Dubai, and they will go to Qatar to watch the match, and they'll come back. And it's just 45 minutes flight from Dubai to Qatar. 45 minutes flight from Dubai to Qatar. And what does this mean? There's going to be such the need for accommodation, the need for a place to stay. And again, don't forget, the Christmas is also coming in. Now you have the World Cup, you have Christmas, then you enter the New Year. So the celebration is going to be a massive, long time celebration. This is the best time for anybody to what? To quickly jump in and get an apartment and start making return immediately. And I think there are some packages with as low as $6,000. You can own an apartment and spread the payment. I know about that. So just call that number that QueenX has called on the screen, number that has been dropped, and get your clients on, and let's get it on right now. You don't want to miss out. Trust me, if you snooze, you lose. All right, guys. From us, thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Richard. Thank you, Madam Vivian. Thank you, Mr. Tosin. Mr. Tosin, Habibi, my friend. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate. And we'll have this the next time, yes, and we'll do well to inform you. And trust me, we have a lot all packed for you. So if you snooze, you lose. The right time for you to invest is now. So bye, everyone.